Hello, this is Spacedraptor for Spacedraptor Gaming. You're not seeing double. I haven't double uploaded a game. This is Painkiller, the Black Edition. And this is the first level. And it's exactly the same as the first level to Hell and Damnation. Hell and Damnation was a complete remake. Or, well, not a complete remake because there's 24 levels to this game. And Hell and Damnation was only 13 levels long, I do believe. And it's not a complete remake of the Painkiller game. Now the Black Edition, I know one of my subscribers was asking what is the Black Edition. The Black Edition is all 24 levels of the core game plus an expansion called Battle Out of Hell, which give you an additional 11 levels. So it's 35 levels of basically this, which, you know, at the moment when you consider this is £1.50 on Steam, you really can't get better value than this. You really can't. And if I was going to buy just one version, I would actually buy this version and not essentially Hell and Damnation, just because you're getting a bigger core game with this game, simple as. And it is the original, and you know, there is something to be said for not messing with the original. Although, to be fair to Farm 51, who made Hell and Damnation, they did an absolutely amazing job with it. I'm not upset with it at all. Some things work a little better, some things not so good. They did a few improvements. I think the hit detection's a lot better in Hell and Damnation, and I also think the quad damage kind of is more controllable in the Hell and Damnation than it is in Painkiller, the Black Edition. So they're the kind of the main differences. So it's entirely up to you. I'm not going to say buy one or buy the other. I'd say buy both if you are inclined to this kind of gameplay. It's nice to see it with the slightly improved visuals, because I think this game is no shirk. It's designed in 2004, and I really think it's a good-looking game. It stands up today. It really does. I think Hell and Damnation only managed minor improvements to the graphics, if I'm honest, and it runs poorly compared to this game. This is a lot better optimized. You can ram it up to the high settings, and you've got no problem with this game, whereas you need a bit more juice in your PC if you're going to run Hell and Damnation, I'll tell you that now. But that's fair enough because it was a 2013 game, so you know you should expect that. And as I say, the graphics are slightly more improved. So there you go. Now, something that I'm quite passionate about in gaming is DRM. And specifically on PC games, I don't believe there should be DRM. Now, the reason I stand DRM is because I get my games incredibly cheap. And what I mean by incredibly cheap is a lot of the times I'm buying a pack of 10 for about $1.99, and other times I'm getting them in Steam sales and things like that for £1.50, and it's not a big deal, DRM. I do understand that if Steam ever go bust, I probably will lose all my games because they're all tied into the Steam infrastructure. Once Steam goes, that's an end to it because it's all got DRM on it. I can't really download these games and back them up. Well, I can, but I back them up with the Steam infrastructure in place and the DRM in place. Not ideal. And to be honest, with Steam's customer service, I refuse to buy a £40 game from them. because I know they're not the good guys. I know if you've got a problem with your game, they will literally stick two fingers up at you, and it's only just recently they've started giving money back, only because English trading standards has made them. It's not because they want to do good by gamers. So I kind of, you know, I'm a bit like that about Steam. I think as they're getting more and more of the market share of PC, I think their attitude's getting shittier and shittier, and it is obviously all about making money for them. And you know, I know there are certain individuals at Valve that are passionate about gaming. I'm not saying all Valve employees are evil or anything. I'm just saying, as a behemoth company, I think now Steam is more about making money than it is about gaming, unfortunately. Now, there is an alternative, and it's called GOG.com. And I'm not affiliated to them in any way, shape or form, but the reason why I say this is an alternative, it runs an infrastructure very much like the Steam infrastructure, but every single game that you buy from GOG.com is DRM free. They will also make sure that that game is definitely running on most PCs. I know they can't say every PC, and I understand that because of the nature of PC. But you know, when you're seeing a problem on Steam, I also see 300 million other people with exactly the same problem as I'm having, and them kind of problems get eradicated on GOG.com. And if you're buying it, if I'm going to buy a game and it's the same price on Steam, I would rather have the DRM free version, and they will even supply the software for you to back up all your games on, you know, some kind of separate hard drive device. They'll give you the software to do that with. They believe all your games you should own, and plus they'll give you little bonuses like manuals and wallpapers and soundtracks if they were included with the game. You know what I mean? They give you all that as a bundle. They don't try reselling you that. So I think that's a pretty good thing. And you know, I kind of see them as being a little bit more passionate about gaming than Steam. Whether that changes as they gain popularity, I don't know, but I think they'll always offer the free DRM free because that's what they're basing their business on. So I don't think that will ever change. And check them out, because basically I've just got my first 12 games with them for free. Now they're only DOS based games, but I like my retro gaming, and if you like retro gaming, you are gonna absolutely love GOG. They do a lot of the Stalker they do all the Stalker games, they do the Painkiller games, they do Quake, Doom, full versions of these games for one price. There's no like with the Quake, you can buy Quake and then you have to buy the expansions separately on Steam. There's none of that business. You will get Quake, the offering, and it's all the expansions with it for one price. But I already have my Quake on Steam, so but you know, I kind of like the way they're doing things over there, especially with the DRM free. I really dislike DRM. I don't think it helps safeguard them against piracy either. I think that's just bullshit. I really do, because it's been proved time and time again that if a game has zero DRM on it, there's no incentive to crack it. There's no challenge to it, so hackers will go more towards something with difficult DRM on it too. So it kind of makes the game kind of a target to crack these games, you know what I mean? And I don't think there's a game out there that hasn't got a crack to it anyway. So you're not safeguarding against piracy at all. I think that's a fallacy with DRM. And I think it's very much... It's been in place for a lot longer than Steam. I'm not going to say these guys are evil, that they invented DRM, did they? Hell, DRM's been going since disc-based games. Unfortunately, it's something that PC gamers have had to put up with for a while, but there is an alternative, and these guys are doing DRM-free games. And as I say, I'm not affiliated to them in any way, shape or form. It's just something I'm quite passionate about. I don't think we should have to put up with bullshit copyright on our games. Simple as. So I'm just pointing out there is a service out there that is doing what I like in gaming. And I think a lot of gamers think like I do. I'm not alone in the way I think. And at the moment, I do know the Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt. Not a game I'm particularly interested in, but I know it's a popular game. That's £50 on Steam, and it's 25 quid over on GOG at the moment. If you just go and check the website out, it will be the main featured game at the moment. So that's kind of all I've got to say. Hope you enjoyed the gameplay. It's a lot of fun bringing this kind of gameplay to you. It's what I'm passionate about. It's the reason I really started this channel, for the likes of Serious Sam and Time Splitters and other games that I've got, like Duke Nukem. I like the Duke Nukems as well, and all these kinds of crazy ass kind of shooters. I just love them, you know what I mean? But I also like a bit of Call of Duty as well, you know what I mean? I've got nothing against Call of Duty. Anyone that thinks I have, no I don't. I put some Call of Duty footage up on like this channel. I'm not a fan of multiplayer. I prefer single player games, and these kind of games give me value for money. Simple as. Anyway, that's me, and I'm